today's book. This week we've been learning all about different bugs and insects. One of the places that we see a lot of bugs and insects is at a pond. So I have a book about ponds. It doesn't just talk about the insects there, but I thought it would be a great book for us to read today. It's called Ponds, and it's part of the Usborne Young Beginners series. This is another non-fiction book. It doesn't tell us a story, but it tells us some really interesting facts about ponds. Ponds by Emily Bone, illustrated by Lucye Rioland, designed by Anna Gould. And because it's a non-fiction book, they made sure to make sure their facts were right. So they have a ponds consultant. Her name is Zoe Simmons, and the reading consultant is Allison Kelly. Lots of people helped make this book. Isn't that cool? Lots of plants and animals live in ponds. Dragonflies and damselflies fly above the water. Water striders balance on the surface. Fish swim at the bottom of ponds. Many plants grow in ponds. Water mint, waterweed grows completely underwater. Water lilies float on the surface. Fish shelter among the plants. Ponds are home to lots of different fish. Father stickleback fish look after their babies. Some fish have flowing fins and tails. Others have short ones. Some pond animals are fierce hunters. Great diving beetles dive down to catch fish. Water scorpions grab animals to eat. This is a whirlig beetle. Young dragonflies are called nymphs. They have long jaws to catch food. A dragonfly nymph climbs up a plant. Suddenly, its skin splits. An adult dragonfly climbs out and flies away to find food. Dragonflies have a life cycle just like caterpillars and butterflies. A caterpillar turns into a butterfly, and a nymph turns into a dragonfly. Dragonflies and damselflies dart around hunting bugs. That's a hawker dragonfly. This dragonfly is hunting a mayfly. A common blue damselfly. Some stop to rest on plants. And this is a scarlet darter dragonfly. I didn't know there were so many different kinds of dragonflies. Frogs, toads, and newts come to the pond in spring to lay eggs. These are gold-crested newts. They lay tiny white eggs on leaves. Frogs and toads call to find partners. This is an American toad. This frog makes a peeping call. Peep, peep. Frogs lay lots of eggs, called frog spawn. Tiny tadpoles hatch out of the eggs. Tadpoles grow back legs, and then front legs, and they get bigger too. Finally, they turn into frogs. Pond snails crawl up and down underwater plants. They eat leaves. Fish and frogs hunt the snails. spiders live in ponds. A spider traps air from the surface between the hairs on its body. It dives down and builds a web between pond plants. It fills the web with air and climbs inside. The spider breathes the air. A young mosquito passes close by. The spider rushes out to catch it. Turtles live in the hot sun at the edges of the ponds. Turtles lie in the hot sun at edges of the pond to warm up. They have hard shells. They can hide away inside their shells. They slide into the cool water to hunt for food. Mayflies grow up underwater in ponds. When they're ready to turn into adults, they come to the surface. They fly in big groups looking for partners. Can you spot something else hiding in the pond? Many different birds live around ponds. Moorhens build nests at the edges of ponds. Swallows snatch bugs off the surface. Herons catch fish from under the water. Water shrews live in burrows close to ponds. They go to ponds to hunt for fish and beetles to eat. A mother water shrew carries a fish back to her burrow. She feeds the fish to her babies. Some ponds dry out when it's hot and sunny. When it rains, they fill up with water again. After the rain, lots of animals come to live in the ponds. A frog, a beetle, tadpoles, and a newt. Thirsty animals come to the ponds to drink too. The fallow deer. I hope you enjoyed our book about ponds. It was neat to see all the different insects and bugs that make their home around the pond.